That night, her house was loud, not with music, with shouting. Her parents were fighting again, blame flying in every direction, blaming each other, blaming her for God knows what wrong she did. Useless, if you've ever done anything right. She sat on her bed, staring at nothing, not crying, not reacting, just numb, like her brain had switched off to survive. A tear slipped from her eye without her noticing. Then another. Her chest felt hollow. Slowly, almost mechanically, she reached for her phone, opening his chat, scrolling through old messages, small things, random things, comforting things. Then, a new notification popped up. Good night with a moon picture. She stared at it for a long moment. The moon, beautiful, soft, peaceful, looks close but unreachable, just like him. And suddenly, the chaos downstairs felt further away. Her eyes followed the moon in the sky, and without wanting to her mind, went back to the library. His closeness, the way his breath had brushed her skin, warm and unintentional. How his presence had filled the space before she could think to step away. Her heart tightened. She wondered, how does he do that? How does he show up every single time I need to breathe? Just the thought of him eased something inside her chest. His big, doe eyes that hold entire galaxies. His shy, almost crooked smile that feels like therapy. His presence, it made her life feel less broken. And she didn't even know when that happened. When did he become this important? When did she start measuring her days around him? Even after avoiding him, even after pushing him away, she wasn't able to imagine her world without him in it. That scared her. She wondered, is it because she's been unloved her whole life, that even his smallest kindness feels overwhelming? Or is that just who he is? Cold to the world, gentle in quiet ways. And then another thought crept in: the arrangement, the business partner's daughter, the future, already decided for him. Does he know? Is he just being kind to her? Is she reading too much into everything? Downstairs, something shattered loudly. Reality snapped back. She blinked. Why am I thinking about him? I should be thinking about my studies. My way out of this house. Another tear slipped. She didn't understand what was happening to her. She wasn't even able to focus on her studies. Everything felt heavier. She needed peace, and somehow, every time she searched for it, her mind went back to him, like the moon in the sky. You can look at it, you can feel comforted by it, but you can't touch it, and that's what hurts the most. Across the city, Jungkook stood on his balcony, the same moon hanging above him. He leaned against the railing, hands clasped, eyes fixed on the sky but seeing something else entirely. Her. The way she had frozen when he came close, the way she had looked away, as if afraid of what she might find in his eyes. And then her lips, just for a second, too soft, too close. He shut his eyes briefly, jaw tightening. He wasn't reckless, he wasn't impulsive, so why did one look from her undo him so easily? I'm not doing this, Mom. Jungkook didn't even look up from his phone. It's just another day. His mother sighed. It's your birthday. Exactly. Mine. I don't need a hall full of people proving it. His sister groaned from the couch. You're so boring. I'm serious, he muttered. His mother softened. Just one evening. For us, he hesitated, but after a while. Fine, he exhaled. But keep it small. His sister smirked. Who are you inviting? Jungkook looked away. Just friends. But in his head, there was only one person he wanted there. A party, you. Who are you and what did you do with my best friend? Shut up, Jungkook muttered. You're coming or not. Jimin, I wouldn't miss it. Bring Kia. Kia? And why did you already invited her? Jimin asked, grinning. No, ask her too. His voice was quieter this time. You're going, Kia said immediately. Wyan frowned. I haven't decided yet. Jimin raised a brow. Since when do you hesitate about cake? She forced a small smile. I'm not really feeling well. Come on, cake will make you feel better. Jimin smirked. Kia stepped closer, her voice quieter than usual. YN, what is happening between you and Jungkook? YN's head snapped up. Her eyes widened for a second, too quick, too obvious. She forced a small smile. Nothing. Why would you ask that? Kia didn't smile back. Because you're hiding something. Her gaze softened. Do you think I wouldn't notice? YN looked away. The way he looks at you. Kia continued, her voice dropping. He treats you with a kind of reverence, like you are something sacred to him. YN's fingers curled into her sleeves. And the way you act around him, Kia whispered. Like it's nothing. Like you're trying to suffocate something before it breathes. What is it? Kia asked gently. YN's voice came out barely audible. Kia, I'm not allowed to choose him. Her lips trembled, but she kept going. Our worlds are different. He's meant to run empire. She swallowed. And I'm meant to be a good, obedient daughter. I don't get to choose. Kia stepped forward and grabbed her hands. You are a good daughter, she said firmly. But being good doesn't mean erasing yourself. YN's eyes shimmered. This is your life, and you only get one, Kia continued. You're allowed to want, you're allowed to choose. She squeezed her hands tighter. And the way he looks at you, YN, it feels like you're more precious to him than an entire empire. The music was playing in the background, people laughing, glasses clinking. Jungkook stood there, half listening to Jimin talk. He looked bored, restless. And then, she stepped in slowly, wearing a simple blue dress that fell below her knees, soft and graceful with every step. Her hair was neatly styled, framing her face in the most effortless way. For a second, Jungkook didn't breathe. His eyes found her instantly, like they'd been searching the room all night, without him realizing it. And it happened, that change. His posture straightened, the tension in his shoulders disappeared. His eyes softened, lit up, not dramatic, not loud, just relief. She came. Jimin followed his gaze and smirked. There she is. Jungkook didn't answer. YN looked up at that exact moment, and their eyes locked. The room was still loud, but for them, everything went quiet. He didn't smile wide, didn't wave, just held her gaze. And in that look was something clear. You came, and I'm glad you did, she swallowed. Everyone gathered around him. They sang too loudly. His sister smeared a bit of frosting on his cheek. He rolled his eyes, but between the laughter, between the flashes of camera lights, his gaze kept drifting. To her. She stood behind Kia, smiling politely, not too close, not too far. Every time their eyes met, he looked away first, not because he wanted to, but because if he didn't, he'd forget everyone else was there. The music was vibrating through the floor. The lights dimmed. Jimin dragged Kia on the dance floor. YN laughed once genuinely, and Jungkook saw it. Something in his chest tightened, because she looked free, but not with him, and that thought, it didn't sit well. She turned, trying to make her way back to the side, when fingers wrapped around her wrist, warm, firm, not rough, but certain. Her breath caught. She didn't need to look to know it was him. Jungkook, he didn't answer. He pulled her into his room, gentle, but certain. Yet even there, the bass from downstairs pulsed through the air, like the world refusing to give them privacy. He exhaled sharply, frustrated, then took her hand again, and led her further, out onto the balcony, the door shut, silence. Cold air hit her skin. She looked at him, startled. He looked undone, not angry, not jealous, just overwhelmed. Jungkook, she tried to speak. Why do you always do that? He asked softly, not accusing, confused. Hurt, do, what? Her voice was low, almost whispering. Run, one word, bare, honest. She looked away, and that's when he knew. The truth was right there, in the way her breath stuttered, in the way her shoulders lifted like armor. I'm not running, she lied. He took one step closer, not enough to trap her, just enough to be undeniable.